Hello, this is Jer, and I'm with the Ceres survivors here on this very cold asteroid, trying to get the Carnivore Achievement, and I will be getting it in this episode. But this is not a normal game. I am here not using wood, so I've never used a wood heater or a nice liquefier. I have not used teleportation. In fact, it just doesn't exist. I don't have any dupes that are frostproof, though I do have warm coats on them. And all these settings are on the maximum, including ravenous dupes. This is going to be interesting. First action I'm doing, just waiting for Builder to get out of the outhouse. And we're going to take them down to do a little bit of egg incubating in our incubator area. So I have some Bamini eggs behind here. And, oh, hold on, I just didn't want to trap them in here. I want to make sure I get all the wild eggs out, because we don't want to bother process. Oh, hold on. Come on now. You're not allowed here. Or, you know what? Actually, I might allow them to do this first. Grooming station. That guy needs to be groomed. This guy is already groomed. Alright, so let's take you and move you over here. And we're going to get the wild Bimini eggs out of the way. So that when I incubate some of these eggs, I'm only incubating the tame eggs. It looks like there are 4. Yep. Okay, I will get Builder to step over here. There's still some eggs behind here. Let's have a look. We've got, looks like there's 2. And I want to make sure I incubate these, because what I'm getting the dupe, well, the rest of the dupes are setting up this area here. And we're setting up a second stable for these guys with planter box, hydroponic farm tiles. So they can work on that. Well, we're down here working with Builder. The only dupe that has critter ranching skills, at the moment anyways. Get this little setup to pull them over here when they're done, just so I can remove this and add another one. So that is the 2 Bimini eggs. And these are going to be destined for this new stable once they hatch. I'm going to allow Builder to leave so they can do ranching in some of the flock stables and whatnot around here. Also want to carve out this spot so that this pip here can expand the amount of pike apple that they've been planting. And that's going to allow us to expand the number of flocks that we've got around here. Okay, let's just see if we can put a ceiling on this room, kind of like that. And we'll put in a few more of these. We'll also make sure that I've got this ethanol line set up. Maybe we'll just tee off of there and start going in that direction. But yeah, a good amount of ethanol. My plan is by the time that is used up, I'll have other sources for meat. But right now, all hands on deck for getting the Carnivore Achievement. I've got this room here, or this building set at 7, because I really want to make sure that these guys are attended to. Looks like Builder did not... Where did Builder go? They left for some reason. I wonder if that was... Oh, they're sleeping. I might actually get them to do that before they go to bed. Let's just look at their schedule. Oh, are they exhausted? Why are they going to bed? Stamina 0. Okay, I guess so. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to get... You know what? I'm just going to pull the alarm quick. Builder, it will only take you a second. I'm actually nervous about this guy in particular. Okay, now you can go to bed. This guy is elderly, and they've got only, well, 19 cycles left. I want to make sure that they actually reproduce their egg before they leave this little asteroid. So we can start to expand over here. Let's add in our additional hydroponic farms. connect this, and we'll actually start to plant some of these, get them growing as soon as we can. I'll just click on this, copy. And let's have a look at our 2 eggs here. 36%, 15%. We'll make sure that we keep those with the lullaby effect, so we can fill this room as quickly as possible. Maybe we'll also get a pathway to access some of this sleet wheat at the same time. Maybe putting a door right there. Might as well put in one of the shearing stations if we're going to make a stable like this. Cycle 62, doing a little bit more work on this second stable for the Bamus, including getting some more of this bloom squash to grow. See builders making their way down to the pip stable that we've got down here. This little guy needs to be groomed. We've got the rustic grooming station for that. As soon as builder is done, we're going to get them to go back to the incubator, because I really want to make sure those 2 eggs that are there. So just check that guy is nice and groomed. Excellent. And, oh, hold on. I just want to take note of where reproduction... Oh, 91%. Awesome. Okay, so let's get builder to come up here, and we will incubate our 2 eggs. Builder entering the incubator room, picking up an egg. Giving that a quick hug. Stepping out of the way after they're really trying to make their sick feelings go away. Alright, second egg. And then, builder, you can leave. Hopefully you feel better soon. Let's check this out. We've got 44, 22%, and a little bit more progress over here. Concerned about this guy being overpressured, so miner on a little bit of a wet mission. Digging out some of the ice down here. Might actually make a pass that they can go over in the future. For now, let's just drop that brine a little bit. They're going to have to go back and forth, catching their breath. What I'll do is I'll get a little bridge going across. And you can access it from this side so they don't have to walk through the water like this. Nearly have this stable complete. Really don't want to waste any time with having these eggs without the lullaby effect, so we're going to process 2 more with builder before they leave to attend to some of the other critters. Though I did make sure that this guy here is groomed along with this guy. For the longest time, we've been surviving on mush bar as I was going for the Carnivore Achievement. But now that we've got 40,000 calories, I'm going to shut down the kitchen, at least for the next little bit. And I'm also thinking of bringing in another dupe, but before I do, there's a couple things I want to do. First of all, we got to make sure there's a warm coat for them before they get here, so we'll do that. Might actually replace or change these 2 locations, so we've got actual wash basin in the front. And we've got to set up another cot, though I don't want to take out that wild plant, sleet wheat, so what I might do instead is just take this out. Just bring that up over here. What would be nice is if we had carpeted tile, too, for the next 2. Oh, we might have to wait for one of these guys. Let's See, I can actually check on their scale growth, 54%. 54 as well. I could bring... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I could bring in this wild critter, but apparently not. All right, we'll have to wait until we get these guys consume enough. Actually, if we build this quicker, we might make sure they've got their food a little bit sooner. Builder nearly has this, or move rather, nearly has this critter feeder built. So I'm going to actually go here, hit copy settings. I guess technically there's really no need of this one. So we'll empty all the plume squash on the ground. I should see mover, someone pick that up soon and send it down. Builder is on it. And I will put in the pieces here for a stable. Or rather, a stable. Another barracks. When the new dupe arrives, I want to make sure that their warm coat is as close to their entrance point as possible. So I'm going to look at my calories. Let's have a look. We've got our cot available. We even have a new mess table. I think it is time to choose a new dupe. We are ready for our 7th dupe. So we're going to be taking on this dupe here, interested in tidying, operating, suit wearing, also green thumb, green resistant, or germ resistant rather. I'm going to call them engineer. Print them. Let's make sure the first thing to do is put on this warm coat that is sitting right next to the where they're being printed. With that on, let's go look at the schedule. We'll find a spot for them. How about down here? And now we've got 7 dupes. Sending miner up this direction so that we can dig out this area and see if we can discover any more critters, wild critters that is. Let's see. Miner's about to leave. How about we do this? Get them to go back. Dig that out. Now that I've got that, let's see. I've got some local sedentary rock. I'm going to build this out of that. Put that right there. I'm going to have to change the priorities for miner. Instead of focus on digging, turn that back down. See if they can build that ladder. Hold on. See if they can build that ladder for us. There we are. And once they have that, I will set them back to digging as their priority. So now they can climb, do a little bit of digging. Oh, look at that. New wild critter right off the bat. Nice. Miner just catching their breath. We'll go into that zone. See if there's anything over there in the process. We'll just do a dig right there so miner can stand there. Teleportation equipment that does not exist. Rancher going up all this way. That was kind of pointless, Rancher. See, our latrine finally has a wash basin. I'm going to do a research project. I'd like to get some gas masks. I think at the end of the last episode, I actually researched gas masks. But there's a couple things around that I want, including improved ventilation. So, scientist, if you could go to our laboratory, just going to verify that still is laboratory. Yep. Check on miner over here. See, we've got 2 new pip eggs. So one of these guys has laid an egg. That's exciting. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We've got a Bimini egg. Right, these need to be processed. Let's go find builder. Let's see, I gotta go to vitals, builder. Move them into here. And I will process a few eggs. Let's just take that out as to not waste power. constant thing we need to do, like recycle, is just look to see if I've got enough ice here to melt. I've got this liquid temporizer that always runs, with, of course, a thermosensor to make sure that area stays nice and warm. And as long as I'm topping this area with ice, like Mover just dropped in there, we're going to continue to have water to supply our base for life-sustaining equipment such as electrolyzers. Miner's currently on break, so we're sending Mover up here just to do a little bit of digging to see if there's any other wild critters that we can get access to in this zone. Well, it looks like Mover has other plans. Let's just get them to prioritize for a moment. While we got them here, focus on digging. There we go. As Mover is digging along, I see Scientist has been busy in the laboratory. So I'm just going to go check to see if there's anything else I need for this particular setup in order to provide oxygen and gas masks. I think we're actually good. So maybe we'll hold off on any more research. But I'm going to go design an area to filter some oxygen so we can build some gas masks. Oh, I see an area here. Maybe we're going to get a critter or two, or maybe there'll be one over here. Well, I do not think that this is the Mover's job. Oh, look at that. Miner on the way in. Awesome. Let's go to priorities. Mover, you are not the digger. Miner, show us what you can do. Alright, not looking like we're getting a critter down there. Oh, look at that. Another spigot seal. This one is age 33. What? There was a critter right there, right? Covering breath. Are they buried? I'm so confused. Miner? I'm hoping you're gonna uncover a critter. Whew, okay. I did not know they could be buried, but you learn some every day. Oxygen not included. A little more exploration done. We're gonna start off creating some natural tiles so that we can get this pip in here and start planting more pike apple. Someone let the pip in here a little early, but we're going to create those tiles nonetheless. We're going to remove some of the seeds we don't want them to plant. Make sure pike apple seed is available. And trap or surround these doors. Make sure there's nothing sitting on top of them when we destroy them. Ah, Pip. Not yet, not yet. We'll let you in. Create some snow tiles here. We better really block everything else off, or we don't want Pip to plant. Actually, so the first we want to have 3 tiles. Then we want we can have a Pip plant something right there. What I'll do is I'll just put in a few of these ceiling trims just to block the Pip from planting something where we don't want them just yet anyways. We are doors being taken out, natural tiles existing underneath. I think we just have one more. Oh, there we go. All right, good job, Pip. Just verify they actually got the right seed. I'm pretty sure we only have pike apple seed in there now. Sending Builder back down to the incubator. Do some processing in here, but I've got to make a call. I see that this mammoth is elderly, so they only have, what, 14 cycles? They're just about to lay an egg. Question is, do I keep them around thinking they might be able to lay one more egg? Or do I convert them to meat now and just not waste the time? Okay, let's do 2 eggs. Let them lay their egg, and then I'll have to make that call. Let's just check the actual progress of these eggs once Builder's done. Alright, Builder, you can leave. Okay, 84 and 62. And just about to get another egg. In fact, as soon as that egg lands, or has been laid, we'll take it into the incubator room. And they, okay, if I am going to do this, they've got maybe 14 cycles left. Let me just do a little calculation. 14 times 812. As long as we keep this guy groomed quite a bit, I think we'll be okay. So they're no longer groomed. Let me go find where Builder ran off to. So we're going to want them for 2 things. First, to take care of the grooming of this elderly critter. So waiting for their egg. Oh, hold on. No. Keep going. Do what you were gonna do. Get that one groomed. Alright. So that guy's still gonna lay an egg. I'm gonna let Builder take a break, and as soon as Builder wakes up, I'll get them to incubate the egg that this guy is about to lay on the ground. So what we should see happen, as soon as this egg lands, I've got a high priority task of having that sent right here. So the dupes should waste no time doing that. And then once Builder goes into this room, they'll see that egg and we'll process that so that it has the lullaby effect as well. Reproduction 100%. I didn't actually know it stayed at 100% before he actually laid an egg. Oh, wow. He actually stood. I don't think I've actually seen one of those critters in the process of laying an egg. That's kind of cool. They actually sort of jump. That's the only time I think those critters jump. Okay, Mr. Miner, picking up that egg, dropping it off right there. Let's go have a look where Builder is on their break. Oh, they're not actually, maybe they're just finding some food. Stamina 28%. Okay. They're fine to go down then. Trap them in here. And we'll make sure this new egg has a lullaby effect added to it. I see a phlox in this room, so now that Builder is done incubating, I'm going to locate that into the stable up here. I'm just going to check that Builder is actually going to attend to them. In the grooming station, look at that. That's awesome. Let's have a quick look and see if a Rancher... Okay, I'm very much waiting for Rancher. I only have one dupe that can do critter ranching, but as soon as Rancher has the skill, they'll be able to do that. Let's see. Scientists. Let's give them improved carrying. Engineer, improved tinkering. Eventually electrical engineering skill. I think we can clear out these now. So we're gonna go start digging up so I can make another set of stables with a wild pike apple just above this. You know, the dupes just took that out. You couldn't have just waited 1 second there, Pip, to let me put in some of this ceiling trim. Let's take that across. Make that low priority. And we'll have to wait for the Pip to plant something right here. Come on, Pip. And so we're going to go up here a little more regularly. Decided, let's extend the fire pole so it goes a little bit higher up. Just sending Builder down to the incubator room, and I realize we've got new wild critters that have been born. Now, I don't want to actually do anything with these if I don't have to. If I get desperate, this will be a final source in the last few cycles to get my Carnivore Achievement, but I'm hoping to keep them, these guys separate than my tame version. Just because I like the fact that wild critters don't actually need food. Well, Builder just kind of arrived and left. I forgot to trap them in. Try this again. So we're going to move the egg that doesn't have the lullaby effect. Oh, I need to actually specify sweep only critter eggs. And let's make sure that that gets incubated. Important task, Builder. I'll let you take a break as soon as you're done. Okay, you can go find some food. On cycle 68, I put a design in for an oxygen filtration system. So we've got electrolyzer going in, we've got a insulated pipe going through here, taking some water into that. Heavy watt wire going into these machines. Actually, just thinking about this, might want to change this out. Whoops, not quite like that. But make that heavy watt so that that can access that. Then we're going to have 2 gas pumps converge, maybe right at this point. Won't connect it just yet, but that's going to go in here, detect oxygen. If it's oxygen, it's going to go into here. Otherwise, we're going to send it down here. And we got to open up a path because carbon dioxide is starting to accumulate over here. If I'm going to be taking in this gas, open this up. I want to make sure that carbon dioxide gets out of there. Meanwhile, let's watch this Pip. See if they planted that. None so far. And let's go down here, check to see if any of these... Oh, a beam meanie, a tame one. This one can be moved up to this stable. What about the other eggs behind it? They are ready to be incubated. Elderly Mammoth, 12%. We'll have to see if we get lucky to get an egg or not. But anyway, what I want to do is get Builder. Builder is located right there. Let's get them into the stable. Let's incubate the 2 eggs that are tame. So that's 1 egg. And we do the second egg. And I've got, see some flocks flying around here, so Builder can go. They might want to think about wrangling this guy. Not that that's urgent yet, because they're not adult. But they'll be ready for the future. Back over here to see how these dupes are doing. So now that I've got that in place, I can start to get down a little bit further. Also want to make sure that this is going to be warming up. I want to take this ice, make sure that doesn't stay there. Put this piece there, put just that there. Move that there. And back up to the Pip. Pip still has not planted that seed. Might actually be concerned about some of these plants. We'll get them taken out. Excellent. Builder attending to these guys. The elderly one in particular. Want to make sure that whenever they can be groomed, they can. Just to increase the chances of getting the seed before they turn to meat. Water is now heading to the electrolyzer. Take this little bit of ice and also throw that down into here, since it's going to get warmer up in this zone. Also want to think about the fact that hydrogen, worrying about carbon dioxide, but hydrogen is also going to be an issue. We'll do this and that. And I see finally we've got a pike apple, so I will clear that to continue on. It's a big moment. So Rancher now has the ability to do critter ranching. I'll even change their hat to critter ranching hat. So now we've got two dupes that can do some ranching. Whenever I have Builder in with the incubator room, I have Rancher who can actually attend to all the ranches, or stables. That is awesome. Ooh, let's look at food. Mush bar, 15,000 calories. I think we'll go another cycle, but we probably need to start up the kitchen again. Let's just check on these eggs. It's going to be 0.4 cycles until they need to be processed once again. Going to wet wall mover. Just finishing that up. I'll set this to the oxygen. Let's go find. I put a crafting station here. We're going to make, let's say, 4. Actually, even 5. Worn. Set that to be fixed forever. Excellent. See the pip making progress again. What we're going to need to do then is take an oxygen line and send that out towards here. And we can keep digging down. In fact, why don't we start digging up as well? This is becoming really filled up, so what I'm going to do is make ladders like this. Let's get down here and dig this out. Just that this guy can output some more brine. It's a terrible way to go, Builder. also get them to dig a path down this way. Maybe we can open up this zone. Oops, in here, opening up this zone. And opening up a path that carbon dioxide can flow out of here. I'm going to put this to be a 50-50. So once this is full past 50%, it's going to send a signal to turn off those pumps. I think we are fine now to let this run. So carbon dioxide and oxygen heading up here. If it's oxygen, it'll go into this zone. If it's carbon dioxide, it's going to find its way down here and ultimately flow down like that. And Pip is going, doing some progress up here. Now we need to actually put the gas mask stations themselves in, but I see that I need to work with Builder, so I'll go find Builder and send them to the incubator. We have made it to cycle 70. I'm actually installing the gas mask stations, so that's going to be put down here. So the dupes are going to have to go down here and out in order to go down. That's good because it is very low in oxygen down there. So that'll make exploring the bottom part of this asteroid much easier. Check on this Pip. Oh. Okay, I don't want to put any plants on with oxylite, so how about we do this and this? Let me just block off that just in case. Oxygen starting to build up in this gas reservoir. Eventually that's going to be making their way its way to these gas masks. As soon as one is built, over installing the first one. So I should see oxygen on the way now. Yep, there we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to block this off so dupes can't actually travel that way anymore. They must put on a gas mask if they want to go to the bottom of this asteroid. Just going to bump up the priority of loading these. I should see someone pick up a gas mask from here. There we go. And we have gas masks. Making some natural tiles up on this level for future pit planting. We've got another Bimini. This one's tame. I'm going to move them up to this stable as well. I need one more because this... Oh. This just in. What is this? This is a Bimini egg. It is tame. Awesome. So this guy is also needed. This is going to be the replacement of this elderly Mammoth, which I'm hoping is going to produce one egg. before they leave. Alright, let's get Builder in here to process this egg. I think it is time to ramp up mush bar production once again. Builder is taking a break, so what I can do actually, I can go find ranchers since they also have the critter ranching skill. I'm going to harvest. I've got a different plan for you. Going to block off rancher from going in here. And rancher, can you just step in here since you've got the ability to use the incubator as well? And run that egg through until it gets a little by effect. Let's remove that just before I leave. Let's check the other egg. Bimini egg, it has a little by effect. I want to take this phlox. Move that phlox into this stable. This rancher is allowed to leave. Let's go to priorities for rancher. Focus on ranching more than anything else. Move that down there, and actually we don't even need to harvest on those. Kind of expecting them to wrangle this guy, but anyway. Oh, I can see these guys did not do this right. They must have destroyed the door from this side instead of the top. We'll try again. Watching to make sure this door gets destroyed the right way. There we go. Let's put in a tile there. Can now take that out. This door can be taken out as well. I haven't been doing this up to this point, but now that there's a little bit... Oh, rancher, get out of there. Let's kick rancher out of this room. But I'm tending to some fox... Or, yeah, the fox flan eggs. I'll go through a bunch of these. There's quite a few. More than 20. What are we at? 22. I'll keep doing this until a bunch of them get... a little by effect, just so that we get these critters and meat a little bit quicker, just to enhance our chances of getting the Carnivore Achievement. I've got all through, except for 4 of the fox flan eggs done. I'm going to say that is good enough. Let's check. Just curious about this elderly... 1 reproduction, 40%, 9 cycles left. Check on this pip. Oh, excellent. They put something there. I'm going to take that out. And we can take these 2 out as well. Guess I missed that corner. So we'll have to try again. Another spot opened up for this pip. Just make sure that they actually have seed. I wonder if they've used it all, because I don't see any more. So they need, what, 2 more pieces? Let's go find some. Well, that's 1. And a little bit... further, actually that requires gas mask, but that's okay. And another one. After Builder wakes up, I'm getting them to finish off the last of the fox flan eggs that they missed. While doing these eggs, I see that one of these guys has, this is a wild critter, so I don't want to get rid of them. I'm just going to move them down here, out of the way. Make the path for Builder to be able to actually, no, we've got more eggs to do, don't we? But that guy is wild. We'll move them down as well. Plus that one. See Rancher helping out. Let's allow Rancher to actually go in for the moment. Ugh. Okay, how about you go over here for a second, disable that, so Rancher gets off of that, and then we'll do another egg. Let's check the fox, or the mini eggs need to be done. They look good. I need more eggs. Just one more after this. Okay. Get out, get out, get out. One more egg, and this guy here. If I can select them. Let's get them down there. After we do one final egg. Oh, there's always one more. After finally finishing with all the foxfawn eggs, I see that there is at least one mini egg that can be processed. So Builder, let's do that before we let you out of here. There we go. Let's go check on the pip up here. Another spot to plant something. And we're installing some insulated tiles just because I'm a little bit concerned of the coldness from over here. I'm trying to push in at least 3 more tiles to plant stuff in this zone. Miner has gotten himself into a little bit of trouble. Okay, easily fixed though. So we're in this zone. Just opening this up. I'll continue. Let's see, what do we need to do? Let's put in a ladder first. And then we'll open this up and let the flood occur. Looks like I need to find some ice. Just discovered this little piece of ice, which is giving us some issues with travel. So we'll open up this area. And looking down where I've got a pip stable, I no longer have a pip. We have a little bit of meat. That is tiny bit of meat that can work towards the Carnivore Achievement, but we've got this egg here. We might bring that up to be processed here along with the Bimini eggs. Miner opening up. Oh, never mind. They're using the outhouse. After that, though, let's see if they actually... Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of ice there as well. There, now we can get access to over here once again. I'm thinking this pip here that is 79 is probably already laid an egg, so we're going to get them to be relocated into the pip stable. Builder going to do that. I'm going to give engineer the electrical engineering skill. Let's give them their electrical engineering hat. I also see there is, so I was going to get the ability to build, oh no, I need research. Never mind. No, hold on. Power control station. We can make that in Mercury, I don't think so. But I could either make iron or actually have some iron here. I've only just recently realized that I could dig out for a little bit of metal. I also see this tallow. Why don't we relocate that to the kitchen just for convenience of cooking in the future? Mover coming up. Pick up the tallow. Just waiting for miner. Miner reaching the very radioactive area. They're sopping wet, but they're not going to spend a lot of time here. Let's see if I can get them to... That might be too heavy for them, actually. When we combine this... Let's see if I can get miner to do that. Let's just move them over a second. Change their priorities. So they focus on storing. Alright, and I will get mover to move that since miner doesn't have as strong muscles. Let's change their priority back down. Let's take this iron. And we'll just move it more in the central area of the base. For future projects, such as, well, what I'm going to build now. Let's enable this. Actually, let's disable that. Might want to keep 2 of those. Let's take one of these out instead. We'll put in a power control station with that new iron that we just dug out. I think we can afford some of the pike apple. 67,000 calories. Start to make some of that. We'll shut down maybe even 20. Shut down our mush bar production for the next little bit. The air's a little stinky in here. I think it is time to address that. So we'll get decontamination research started here in our laboratory. Processing a bimini egg here. But I see we've got some reed fiber. So I'm going to make another warm coat. For the next dupe, I'm also going to take 2 carpeted tiles, throw them here and here, just to make sure stress doesn't get out of hand. It is cycle 75. Let's take a moment now to see where we are with the Carnivore Achievement. Rancher, you just stay put for a second, just because I want to make sure that we've got this last bimini egg processed. While Rancher is doing that, we'll go have a look. There hasn't been a lot of meat produced, so I don't think I've made a lot of progress since I've actually started. But now that we're getting a little bit closer, Okay, I just had a heart attack there. I saw an X there, but technically I did get the Carnivore Achievement, or Locavore Achievement before then. That was the last episode. Anyway, yeah, only a quarter of the way there. We've got lots of meat that needs to be produced and consumed. But that is okay, because we are making progress towards that. Let's just check on this guy here. 5 cycles left, but they're at 67%. So with, I think we've got 2 of those guys up there. They're fairly new. Age 7, and that's not even an adult. This guy here, 160, 40 cycles. So once I've got 1 more of these eggs turned into a Bimini and replaced, the next one will start to be used for meat, and then we'll actually make good progress towards the Carnivore Achievement. So now that we've got some iron a little bit closer, let's put in a power control station right there. See, research was complete. So let's make a deodorizer. We'll put 1 there, 1 there. Make sure they get some power. Power control station going in. Going to set that for iron. And engineer, if you would give us our first tune-up, that'd be awesome. Of course, you might have to wait for someone to load in some iron. Relocating the water cooler just to be overhead. Just so I can get another chair here. And when we get 1 more dupe, we might actually need that to have extra dupes to consume meat once we get producing some meat. Okay, let's not have that as water. We can take that out along with that. And just 1 more seat here in the Great Hall. So the next dupe that joins us has a place to eat. Might make that granite. And I see engineer giving the first tune-ups, which will make power production a little bit easier. I see a new Bimini egg, which is awesome. So that's going to be meat in the future. We're going to run it through the incubator so we can convert to meat as quick as possible. Lots of these fox flans around as well. Another good sign. Oh, that one already has a little bifect. Alright, good job, Rancher. Hold on, actually, let's do the pip egg. Here we go. Taking this polluted water bottle and just relocating it right next to the deodorizer. I think I'm gonna start skilling dupes up towards suit sustaining, which means we're gonna need to start off with rocket piloting, so we'll give that to Chef. Give that to Miner. And Mover as well. Opening up this area here, so that hydrogen tends to go up in this direction. Put in here a bin of storage just to gather some pike apple seed. Movers should be on that right away based on their priorities. See, installation's nearly complete around here. So it is, yeah, minus 30 right at this point here. Maybe we'll take this piece of granite. Oh, that's particularly cold. You know what? I think that's just going to take care of itself. What age is this pep? Oh, only 2 more cycles. I don't even know if it'll have time to do anything in here. There seems to be something really strange about this particular tile. When that door is destroyed, even though I've got this thing sealed around, it did not make a natural tile. I will try once more. Pip has been dropped off in this room. We've collected 19 pike apple seed. We've dumped that on the floor. We've got our first 3 tiles where I'd like that to go. Let's see if Builder will try to take this out. Whoa! Again, no natural tile, and the material has just been evaporated. Alright, well, I'm not gonna keep trying. I'm just gonna give up and walk away on that tile. Let's see if Builder can come back. Just want to make sure that I get one of these sitting on top of that. And I will start to make some another stable out in this direction because this is a decent temperature as well on this side. Oh, and we've got our first pike apple planted. Amazing. Start of cycle 79, and we're going to start off by getting Rancher in here. Incubate remaining eggs. The mini eggs that Builder wasn't able to do. So we have 4 at the moment. Also see some flocks that need to be taken up to a new stable I'm forming. So I will go select this guy here. Move them into this new stable. And there was another one, I believe. Move them into that stable as well. Oh, hold on. Did I actually let them out? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. But let's not keep that egg in there. Wasn't long before another Phlox is grown up. Actually, there's 2 in there, isn't there? But there's also a Bimini. But I'm going to wait because I've got my elderly critter I want to replace. 2 more cycles to go. They're at 90%, so I think we are going to get another egg from them. Let's check a few of these Phlox and get them to be moved up here. This one in this stable. Maybe before I forget, we'll leave them there for now, but we'll move them over in a cycle or 2. This is an elderly pip, so I'm not really concerned, but I see they took a small amount of damage. Did they heal themselves? But anyway, I think they went through here, and there's minus 30 Just barely. So we're going to take this granite and igneous rock away after all. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, we've got this that can be moved over. Take this one out. And I see, oh, critter got trapped. We'll let them out here soon enough. Not only do I think we're going to get an egg from this guy, but we were just able to do some shearing. So that is nice. 93%. 2 more cycles to go. I think we're going to make it. Engineer trying to make another natural tile. Okay, this one worked, thankfully. We can let that critter go. Oh. It is a very special morning. Rancher going in here. We can move some eggs over. They're picking up pike apple to supply cooking ingredients. Actually, you know what, Rancher? Let's do something else here. I've got 2 biminis. I want to take the older one and move them into a stable. That obviously not this one. This one was just born. This one is a little bit older, so that this is going to be a replacement for this guy, who's going to give us an egg shortly. So let's do that. Make sure that critter is safe. Supplying cooking ingredients. I would expect you to be doing this instead. Hold on, you know what? We don't need any more pike apple to be cooked because we've got some meat coming up. Where is Builder if it's not... Let's just get them to move there. Rancher, I'd like you to take care of this. We also have this guy here, which is now going to be converted to meat. I'm just going to get them to... Oh, you know what? Let's just do an attack right there, and then we'll carry the meat up. Let's get this guy safely over first. But we're finally going to make a little bit of progress towards the Carnivore Achievement after waiting and setting up things for quite a bit. Okay, let's double check that this is the one that's a little bit older. Okay. We've got some eggs here to do. Maybe I'll do those first, and then we'll convert our first bimini to meat. Rancher, please. So from this point on, I'm just running the incubator to get meat quicker, rather than filling stables. Alright, now that I've got that, we can attack this guy. And we've got meat on the ground. Let's take that. Relocate it up here. Block this area off for a moment. Scientist on that. Excellent. Turn that to normal. And then we can start putting meat in the micro mushers along with tallow. And we can make some pemmican. That can be consumed And we have a new food source for next little bit. And of course, making progress towards the Carnivore Achievement every time a dupe takes that down to the Great Hall. So I've been watching this guy closely. They finally made it to age 200. I don't think there's any point in attacking them. They're just going to convert to meat naturally. Currently, we've got almost 25,000 calories of pemmican. More on the way, obviously. So I'm going up here. Just do a little bit of exploration. This is... Oh, hold on. What's going on? Suffocating. Yeah, we're also digging out this zone. So I'd like to get the floodgates open on this guy. But I want to make sure we've got access to some tallow so we can make that pemmican. And we will have meat pretty soon. We've already made it to 8%, so we're definitely safe. I think, though, a key thing was upping the priority of this. And I guess a few times I did pull the alarm to get Builder to do some work in the stable before they went to bed. See that some meat has been picked up from the stable. That's great. Rancher in here. Let's make sure we get the remaining eggs that get created here, converted to meat as quick as possible. Oh, rancher. You're looking for food, are you? About just one more egg before you go. There we go. Our power projection is so efficient now with Engineer here, giving tune-ups that we have excess hydrogen. So I think that's a sign maybe we should disable the remaining manual generator that's running. And also store some excess hydrogen in the gas reservoir right here. So close this door off so that hydrogen doesn't spill in this direction. You can see that dupes can't actually get up there, so let's put in the ladder. And we've got a pipsqueak tame. So that egg finally hatched, so we're just waiting for them to become an adult so we can start planting once again. Engineer installing our gas reservoir. So let's connect this up such that goes in and out of it for some storage of hydrogen. But we open up this zone as well. These critters always manage to find themselves stuck. Oh. Did I build those at the wrong location? I think I did. And we're relocating this Babimi up to the kitchen area. Apparently not. Trying this again, relocating this Bambini up to the kitchen area. And we'll convert that to some meat. So that's going to give us more pemmican, 35,000 calories at the moment. But Chef will be busy in the kitchen, producing some more. Lots of water. So I'm going to actually take a little bit of a break setting some ice in here for a little bit anyway. Moving some flocks up to this stable here. Since I've got 7 stable in there, a little bit concerned about not having enough pike apples, so I'm going to start to grow some in addition to some of the wild plants that are in here. And please no flocks get stuck while Mover creates these farm tiles. Just have 11 kilograms of tallow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine some here and here. Combine that into one piece. We're going to need pathway or ladder anyways to get up this igneous rock. Put a single piece there. Oh. Even more tallow. Excellent. You know what? Actually, probably should combine this first. And we'll get Mover up here. We have discovered this cool steam vent. We're going to seal this up. Wouldn't mind if this actually outputs a little bit of steam to give some warmth in the area. I'd like to get temperatures above minus 30 degrees. Plus, that's going to be a little bit of water in the future. Starting to make some natural tiles. Mine are heading up here, so we now have this ladder. Not sure why Miner is the one going to grab this. Looks like we need to assign a little more tasking, but anyways. That tallow is being combined there. Let's take that tallow, combine that here. And I assume someone else now is going up to do that. Let me just find out who that is. Temporarily upped Miner's focus on moving things. So we're going to take this, move the whole thing down to the kitchen. Let's just get Miner to do that on their way down. And let's not forget to change their priority back just to focus on digging. And I see a critter behind here. Of course. Oh, and this pip that's in here is now an adult, so we are starting to plant some more pike apple. Wow. Okay, just all kinds of mess. Okay, alright, that guy's able to escape, but then we've got this one, which I guess we can grab after. The floodgates are about to open, so we really don't want this guy to be overpressured. And this is pretty much going to guarantee that's not going to be the case for a very long time. Oh, that, sure, whatever. That was a terrible decision, Chef, but whatever. Lots of brine will accumulate over time here. Always looking after my Bimini eggs. Let's get Rancher in here to do, I think there's 3. So we'll go 1, 2, and then 3. have to decide if I want to relocate 2 flocks. I probably will. Let's say, let Rancher out. We'll send one of these guys up here, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6. Do the same thing. Grow a few in addition to some of the wild critters that we've got in there. Made this storage bin here for bleach stone. So that allows us to go through some bleach stone without having issues. Having that go everywheres. Or create some chlorine in the air. Oh, yep. So expanding down this way, we'll also bring a fire pole down just to make it easier to get down. It's just a small amount of meat, but figured we'd dig a path down here so we can access this. And continuing progress, getting both a ladder and a fire pole going down. We are approaching the end of cycle 65, or 85. And I figured it was time to check our progress on the Carnivore Achievement, so let's go do that. We are over halfway. Got Mover going on a very special mission of relocating a few carved lumen quartz. They're going up to the Great Hall, as well as the latrine with those. Kind of fun to watch them run to carry this at the same time because they light up. But now we'll have the dupes be able to see while they're eating, and eventually using the outhouses as well. Nearly reached the bottom of this area. Just making it a little bit easier for dupes to get down. Got a special project for Miner today. Digging out a pathway to this carbon dioxide bubble. And we're going to get some of this salt water. Head down there so this guy can output some more warm salt water. That's going to give a little bit of warming effect in the area. Plus give us more salt water in the future to be able to use. Chef doing the last little pieces there, though we're going to need Miner, I think, to finish this off. Got a wild Bimini. Gonna try to avoid converting that one to meat, so we'll just send them down here. And we've got the big salt water draining into this little pocket. It's gonna allow this guy to output some more salt water when it's no longer dormant. Got a plan to go over here. I can already see that this is a second cool steam vent. Interesting. Okay. We'll get that dug out, block it off, and that will create a little bit of extra heat in this zone. Mine are going to finish off digging this out. Unlike the other saltwater geyser, cool steam vent, this one is active right away, which makes this a little dangerous. I'll let Miner can do that. We'll create, don't want to leave that as an ice tile. tile there. And, oh, we also don't want this guy to stay in this zone. Unfortunate. Let's get them out. Rancher relocating this critter to a little bit of a better location. We'll put in a tile right there. And I will wait for one of these dupes to go in here, and I'll process some more Bimini eggs. I think that is enough adding flocks to stables, so we're going to convert all these guys to meat, giving us a little bit more progress towards the Carnivore Achievement. Maybe temporarily, I will just allow everyone in for this little hunt. Beginning of cycle 88, I want to start a new research project, which I haven't done for in a while. I want some mesh tiles. Let's see, that is located right here. The reason I want that is because I want to put in this grooming station right here. Figured we'll put some mesh tile right along there so the rancher, when they're in here, won't have to necessarily get their feet wet. Also having a quartz delivered to this zone. And we're going to get that shine bug out. We'll rely on the quartz for making some light for these trees. We've got a quartz. I actually don't know if I put that in the right spot necessarily. Let's have a look. Oh, we'll have to wait for that shine bug to leave to make it easy to see. Oh yeah, I can already see that was not the most ideal place. What if we put that... Try putting it right there. Just occurred to me, I might want to put in an older spigot seal, so we're going to actually take this guy out and swap them out for someone that's older, just so I can keep the wild critters alive. Oh, they're being attended to. I think a single grooming shouldn't matter. They'll stay wild long term. Let's just make sure they are out of this room, or they need to be groomed again. It's time to give out some skills. I'll give scientist rocket piloting, so we can eventually give them suit sustaining. Rancher, okay, critter ranching too for sure. Even change their hat. Engineer, I'm eventually going to get you towards mechatronics, so we'll give you carrying. Chef, super sustainable training, so that gives them +2 to athletics. And builder, would be nice if we had someone with demolition. I see the pip is making progress. Oh, builder, how about you get back in there and we'll finish our egg processing. Digging out some paths to some spigot seals. See a little bit of tallow here we can relocate to the kitchen. Just need a little bit of ladders to actually fully access all this area. So Might lead to some ethanol falling down, so but maybe we'll dig out a spot for that to pool right there. Check on our stable here. We still have a mesh tile, and we've got to relocate that spigot seal. I chose this guy kit, and we just haven't gotten in there yet, is all. We are on cycle 90. 10 more cycles to get the Carnivore Achievement. Let's see where we are. Pulling back the veil. That's not what we're looking for. We want the Carnivore Achievement, and we are at 260. So 140,000 more to go. Can we do it? I believe I need to make a call. We do not have much meat at the moment. And every cycle I need to be eating meat. So we need a little bit of a shot in the arm of meat. I can either take one of these guys if I'm really desperate. I would prefer to take one of these guys, though they're tame. I'm going to choose the critter that has the smallest reproduction. Probably that guy here. We'll attack this one and get meat. Just, if it wasn't for the Carnivore Achievement, I don't think this would be a good plan, but if I really want to ensure I get that Carnivore Achievement, let's get that meat up to the kitchen so that we can produce more food. Specifically, this tasty pemmican, which counts as meat when the dupes eat it, towards the Carnivore Achievement. Chew that up, scientist and rancher. Not enjoying it? Well, too bad. Just to make sure I do everything I can to get the Carnivore Achievement, I'm doing the box flan eggs after the Bimbini eggs, just to get a little bit of meat before time runs out. Moving over some Bimini eggs. And I think I see one actually. That is about to hatch, I think. Which would be really good. That is true. Where are you? Incubation 100%, yeah. Don't even really need to put that through the incubator actually. Let's do our Bimbini eggs. They get the priority over the fox flan eggs. That one already has been done. And hopefully we're gonna get another critter very soon. Here we are. Look at that. So we'll do that last egg. And we'll convert this guy to some meat. Can allow them out. We'll just relocate this critter up here in the kitchen. Don't know how Mover is critter wrangling just now, but whatever. They've thrown Pip over in this world, plus some pike apple. So we'll start planting over on this stable. Just to be absolutely sure at this point that the dupes are actually eating meat. That's the only thing they're allowed to touch if they are on the way to the Great Hall. Was just processing a few of the Phlox egg, and I seen a Bimini, which is awesome, so we're gonna have them go up to the kitchen. We've got 45,000 pemmican, so this is looking decent. think we're going to get this achievement at very much the last minute. It's going to be down to the wire. It's a rancher relocating this critter. Going up to the kitchen. And we'll convert them to meat. So that the kitchen can keep pumping out pemmican. Let's look at the tallow. Over 200 kilograms. That's awesome. Actually, I haven't checked the stable for this guy. And there's no critter. Where is he? Thought that was one of these guys. 61. 8. Alright, I'll go look to see what's going on. Apparently that did not quite work out. While we wait for a little bit more meat and to get this carnivore achievement, having the dupes install some piping, because what I'd like to do is warm this area up a little bit. So I want to take some of the heat from this salt water, send that over here so it would be safe to send in a pip, and start planting some plume squash so that we can get more stables that don't involve necessarily consuming ethanol in the future. Doing another massive hunt. Just having a look to see they're all tame. Let's do an attack. So currently 60,000 61,000 calories pemmican, which is great. Gonna get a little bit more from the meat that we're producing just now. Let's just make sure our beanie eggs, actually easier if I just click this. We've got 53. Oh, we need to do some incubating. Let's do that right now. I will go look for who's closest builder. Not feeling the best, but get in here. I need you to do bambini egg processing. And what about the other egg? Can you do that one for us too? When you're done with that critter. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's just let them out and then have a look at these eggs. Just curious whether we're going to get any more meat in the next little bit. So that one's 80%. Yeah, I think that one will as well. And 53%, that one maybe later. So that is good. I think that might be enough meat if I just keep the incubator going on these guys. Two skills to give out. Mover's going to get super sustainable, and so is Miner. Cycle 95. Very close to the turn of the century. So just having some pipes installed along here with a pump so that we can actually get salt water pumping through. Starting to warm up that area just a little bit. Even a couple degrees would be enough. But let's take a moment to look at the Carnivore Achievement. 75,000 calories are needed. And we pretty much have just that, actually. We need a little bit more, but I see a few flocks down here. And babini eggs. We have one that's about to hatch. That's 68. The other one is... Oh, the other one's 95. Yeah, I would say we are going to be good. It's going to be still close. But I think we're going to make it. I hope anyways. Builder installing the pump for this. A little bit more wiring and pumping, and we'll have that going. I hope I do not come to regret this, but I'm going to take this Bimini and I'm going to locate them into this stable for future meat production, because even once I get the Carnivore Achievement, I still need to worry about food. And I think I've got enough meat with between the flocks to get the Carnivore Achievement. So going towards cycle 96, let's see how this thing goes. Gonna research some notification systems that might be useful in the near future. Some radiant pipes. I believe this is the first radiant pipes being installed on this asteroid. I think just a few more pipes and we're gonna have salt water going around this zone. So that's going out at 24 degrees. Builder on the last pipe. And there we are. So this is going through, and that's just going to take the temperature of this area up just a little bit so we don't get below minus 30. Currently, there's just a couple tiles where it is. I'm collecting some plume squash. We just need to wait for a pip to be old enough. I see this guy here. Actually, I might take them and... just a little bit nervous about them exploring because there's a lot of spots that are actually too cold for them. I guess they get out because that door was open. What if we just did this? Shut that. So future pips can't get out. And we'll put them in... but what to do with them? I guess... oh, here's the little room we can throw them in for now. And that is not below minus 30. So I'm going to make sure we get our meat. Let's block everyone off from there. Let everyone in here. We'll do a little bit of a hunt. Just look at these guys. Okay. Let's go do it. Now, I believe between this should be enough meat to get the Carnivore Achievement. Currently 61,000 calories, but that's going to increase here in a little bit. Bring all that meat up to the kitchen. So we've got Chef here cooking some stuff. Let's have them turn that off for the moment. I think I might interrupt this pip from planting. That's because I no longer see a pip in here. So let's bring them down there so we can get more pips, more tame pips in the future. And I think I see lots of tubes in the kitchen. It might be time to do some upgrading of granite tiles all around. That's going to do two things. One, it'll mean that snow tiles and ice tiles aren't going to melt in the future once things start to warm up. We're getting a little bit of warm temperatures, 25 degrees around here. But it also means that they can walk a little bit quicker. Scientists completing the notification system. Awesome. We relocated this pip, but it may take them for a little bit of time to produce some eggs just because their body temperature is so low. Time to install some tiling. We have less than 50,000 calories left to go. Just 4 cycles to do it. I think we're going to research hazard protection. Well, we're waiting for the Carnivore Achievement to go through. Exploring a little bit further up here. Gonna get a ladder actually going the whole way up. And maybe some point around here we'll get a hydrogen pump located. We're gonna do that. We probably want to dig this out a bit. And thankfully Builder has the ability to maybe inspect this first. But I can get them to demolish this. If I want to get a fire pole up. Research is nearly complete. Okay, it's now complete. I think I'm gonna go after material study terminal and more material study science research. Should be able to take advantage of these satellites up here later on to run that material study terminal. Watching dupes eat that pemmican. After mover miner's done, let's take a minute. A little bit nervous, but we'll see where we are. Okay. Getting towards cycle 99. We've got 21,000. I'm not so sure this is gonna work out. So we've got 2 cycles left on cycle 99. I don't need to get it at cycle 100. I need to get it at the end of cycle 100. That gives me 14,000 calories every cycle. I actually think we are gonna be fine now that I have a closer look at this. I think I pretty much just need to keep the dupes busy. Maybe we'll start off by just installing some fire poles along this way. Open this up a bit. What I'd like to do is, as I go up here, I'm just worried about that mercury. I don't want mercury falling down, melting. So maybe we'll deal with that as we go up this direction. Research has been progressing. See dupes turning a little bit green. So I decided, you know what, let's cancel working around this very dangerous area. Instead, if I want to get a path up, say to space, let's go around this very radioactive area. I think that would probably be smart. Dupes are in the Great Hall. Consume that pemmican, please. Getting this pep relocated over here, so that we can start planting some plume squash. I planted these 6 a long time ago. I haven't really expanded on that, so we'll do that now. Throw some seed on the ground, and the pep can get busy. Let's look at temperature. I don't see anything that's minus 30 anymore, so that's good. And we have made it to cycle 100. We've got the turn of the century achievement just for doing that. So that's an achievement on itself on hard mode with ravenous dupes. Just being able to survive to this point, but I want a little bit more than that. Let's get that Carnivore Achievement. We need 6,000. Yeah, we should definitely be able to get. We've got this final cycle, cycle 100 to get it, and pretty much I just have to wait for the dupes to go into Great Hall, grab some pemmican, go there, and that's going to be it. I was my backup plan if this didn't work out, because I needed a little bit more to be consumed, was just to print another dupe, but I want to stay at 7 and up the food production.
before we get to 8, 9, 10 dupes, just so it doesn't become stressful. Let's throw in some ice so that we can continue to survive. This whole setup for the longest time has been, I think, a crucial piece to this whole thing. But these guys producing tons of meat also super helpful. Alright, well, I'll be back when the dupes start going into Great Hall, and we'll see about this Carnivore Achievement. Installing a pump up here. Decided to block off that, and we'll not get ourselves too much worried about going in that radioactive area, at least not just yet. Dupes are going towards the Great Hall. Let's see where we are. Who's going to eat the last piece that's going to give us this thing? Oh, I can feel it. Now look how close we are. Look how close this is. This is down to the wire. Rancher taking in their meal. More dupes joining. Was that it, or was that something from before? The Carnivore Achievement. Look at how close we were. We were going towards the nighttime hours of cycle 100. But there it is. 7 dupes. Never using wood, no ice liquefier or wood heater, no teleportation, no frostproof dupes, hard mode. Actually, the fact that their rev is kind of helps. I mean, at this point, though, it certainly is a challenge getting to this point. But it has been a long, long road getting to this point. So I am definitely going to take a break and consider this achievement. Thank you so much for watching this up to this point, and I will see you another time.